Okay guys, so this is the Storm Prediction Center's website. I'll try to go over as much as I can here with you guys. You gotta be patient with me too. I mean kind of way around this, but still learning a little bit of it. So let's see. So we have overview. Sorry. Oh, I'm sorry if you guys can't see this. Make sure get it up for you guys so you guys can read it. So yeah, it's gonna be kind of awkward, and I like once I get my computer fixed, and it'll be a while, so I'll eventually maybe get a webcam and stuff, so I can start doing these a lot easier on my desktop. But for now, this is what we got. Let me close my blind too real quick because it's causing the glare from the window being open and the blinds and stuff. So let's get that closed. If we get darker in here, we still be able to see things. So anyway, back to this. Sorry, I'm taking a drink. So like I said, this right here is the Storm Prediction Center's website. Forecast, weather watches. This is I'll read this to you guys. This is the current graph showing the severe thunderstorms and tornado watches, which are in effect over the next what's that word? Sorry, my spelling and reading's not very good either. Contiguous. I apologize if I if I said that wrong. United States, please read about the purpose of our watches. For further information, details on all valid watches may be found on our current convective watches page. Current mesoscale discussions. This is the current graphic showing any mesoscale discussions, MDs, which are in effect which are in effect over the. There's that word. No, I already read that. I'm sorry. Oh no, I didn't. This was up there. Yeah, okay. Sorry, I'm kind of lost my. In effect over the There's that word again. I don't even want to try to say that again. United States continental. I don't know. Please read the description of the purpose of our MDs for further information. Details on all valid MDs may be. Hold on a minute, guys. Let me try to get my keyboard lit up. MD may be found on our current mesoscale discussions page. And then right here is a convective outlook for today. I'll bring that here up in a minute. This is today's forecast. Organization severe thunderstorms over the contiguous United States. Please read the description of the risk categories for further information. You may find the latest day one outlook available, as well as all outlooks. Outlooks issued today online. This is for tomorrow's. Actually, let me go up here. I'll do this one at a time. Let's see here. Go back. Okay, so we're going to go to. What am I doing here? See, this is day 1 right here. So then you're going to see the marginal risk here. So you got the marginal risk, which is, here's some things right here for Corpus Christi, Texas, Montgomery, Alabama, Jackson, Mississippi, Tuscaloosa, Alabama, the Woodlands, Texas, and then so on. It doesn't list all the areas, but that's right there. And then you got the other green, the dark green right here. That's the marginal risk, and you can see it goes from, southeast Texas, southern Texas, up through Louisiana, up through Mississippi and Alabama and back down, and then part of Florida, part of the panhandle of Florida, and a little tip of southwestern Georgia. And then another one is the General Thunder, which is this right here. It's trying to be easier to hold my screen. You can't see it a little better, but it's easier for me to hold. But then you got this light green area. All this right here is General Thunder, which just means just regular thunderstorms are possible in those areas. Then you I'll try this again. You have the slight risk. You got the slight risk, and go from, and then cover a little further down into southwestern and southwestern, southern, southeastern, southern Texas, up through Louisiana, up into Mississippi, southern Mississippi, and then southern Alabama, and then down into southern, or the panhandle of Florida. And then you have the enhanced risk, which is a level 3 out of 5 risk. And then also, if I'm sorry, I'm trying to hold my show while doing this, kind of awkward. Get the tornado potential up here, so I don't try to cover much as I can in these. Like I said, I'm not a meteorologist, so if I say something wrong, like I said, you can call me out on it. I'm okay with that. I don't kind of be a professional. And I wish I had, some way, for me, light to cursor. I don't know if I've seen some people do that. I don't know if that's something they have special, if it's on, something on their computer. I haven't figured it out yet. Maybe I can try to figure that out. But then we have a 10% hatch risk for southeastern Texas, southern Louisiana. Let me try to zoom in on it for you guys too here. You guys can see them better. There we go. Southern Mississippi, southern Alabama, looks like the very western panhandle of Florida. And then a hatch risk, if you don't know what hatch risk is, a hatch risk means that some of the tornadoes could be EF2 or stronger or higher, which is, when you get that high, the tornadoes, it's, kind of catastrophic damage. When you get into catastrophic damage, it's EF2 or higher. And then that's in 10% risk is high too, as you guys can see down here. And the way it works, and the way they do this here, the 10% and 15%, is considered high. As you can obviously see, down here, you have, hold on, sorry about that. You also got 30%, 45%, 60%, and then significant. But 10 and 15 is considered pretty high for tornado probability. the way they do this on here. And then, hold on. Sorry, that's my fault. So anyway, and then that's that area. Let me go down here a little bit. 10%, but then you also got the 5%, which is, it's usually not 5 and 2 and 5 normally are not very high risk. I mean, it's possible, it's possible, but it's not likely. They're normally pretty low. But then anyway, so then you got, so let's see, you got 10% risk I was talking about. That covers Houston, Texas, New Orleans, Louisiana, Baton Rouge, Louisiana, Mobile, Alabama, and Pasadena, Texas. And then I don't understand this because it has it listed here, but there's no significant thing on here, so I don't really understand why that's there. I mean, it's off there for a reason, so I'll read it for you guys. And then you got Houston, Texas, New Orleans. That's the same thing. So that may not be something. I may not really understand I don't really understand how that works. So that may not be really anything actually. But it's the same areas as the 10% risk. So, but anyway, then you got the 5% risk that covers Hattiesburg, Mississippi, Rosenberg, Texas. I think that probably definitely correct if I said that wrong. Opelousas. I think that's how you would say that. Opelousas. I guess I probably said that wrong. I think that's pronounced Opelousas. Louisiana, Bay City, Texas. Humboldt, Texas. Montgomery, Alabama. That's 5% risk. And then the 2% risk is, sorry, gotta find notification. 2% risk is Montgomery, Alabama, Victoria, Texas, Dothan, Alabama, Margarine, Mississippi, as pronounced. Sorry if I pronounced that wrong. And Spring, Texas. And that's the 2% risk. And that's for today, going on today. I know this is a late update. I just decided to start doing these recently, today. So this is more likely this is already going on for you guys. So you guys need to be well aware in those areas. These areas. Yeah, and then wind threat here. We'll do wind. Let's see if it actually. Yeah, then wind threat. And this is a little different than the tornado threat. Sorry, I'm trying to zoom you guys out a little bit here. There you go. I need to zoom a little further back. Okay. And then you got the wind threat. You have 5. Oh, come on now. Where's my? I lost my cursor. See, there it is. Okay. Sorry about that. Hold on. Okay, there it is. I see it now. So you got the 5% risk. You got the 5% risk, the 15, 30, what is that? 45, 60, and then significant. I assume that 30 and 45 would be the higher on here. I'm not correct. You can correct me if I'm wrong on that. Oh man, I just lost it again. Wind. No, I want wind. There it goes. So then the wind threat, you got to 30% risk. You got you have New Orleans, Mobile, Alabama, New Orleans, Louisiana, Mobile, Alabama. How does Meteorological? Sorry if I pronounced that wrong. I said Alabama, Gulfport, Mississippi, Kenner, Louisiana. Kenner, I think say it now. It's probably Kenner. I believe that's pronounced Kenner. That's 30% risk. Then you have 15% risk that covers Houston, Texas, Baton Rouge, Louisiana, Pasadena, Texas, Lafayette, Louisiana, and Belmont, Texas. Yeah, and you have the 5% risk. You have Corpus Christi, Texas, Montgomery, Alabama, Jackson, Mississippi, Tuscaloosa, Alabama, and the Woodlands, Texas. Hold on. Nice thing about this, actually, my computer, my laptop's actually a touchscreen. So I can just try to do it this way. It might be a little easier. Let me get a drink real quick. And then for the hail threat, and this covers from southeastern Texas, most of southern and central Louisiana, southwestern and southern Mississippi, southwest and southwestern area of what is that, Alabama right there, yeah. And then then the areas, like I said, that's the whole area, obviously. That's the whole area right there. But then you have the 5% is some of the areas that has listed is I'm sorry, here's my phone above my hands, and my hands kind of getting tired. You have Houston, Texas, New Orleans, Louisiana, Baton Rouge, Louisiana, Mobile, Alabama, and Jackson, Mississippi. I'm just trying to do this here, guys, for this. My hand's starting to hurt, so I'm trying so easier. I'm not putting as much, strain on my hand doing it this way. Okay, so yeah, there's that. So that's wind threat, and then so let's do tomorrow. Then, like I said, I'm in my area tomorrow. We're supposed to get hit tomorrow where I live. So let me go back here and bring that up. Let's see, day 2 outlook. Okay, so this is going to be for January 24th, 2023. So tomorrow, 17:30. I don't know what that UTC stands for. Day 2 convective outlook. So then we're going to have a I'm sorry here, hold on a minute, I'm sorry. Give me a minute here with me. Okay, so we have the slight risk, a level 2 out of 5 risk. for and then this covers slight risk. Or let me do the general thunder. Let me go up here. General thunder is just thunderstorms. They are calling for northern. Looks like, what is that? Rhode Island, Connecticut, possibly. I don't know what states those right out there, but the northeastern part of the region of the country, and it goes down, to the mid-Atlantic. So Virginia, Western Virginia, Central Western Virginia, very eastern edge of Tennessee, down into northern Alabama, northern Georgia, and then the marginal risk level 1 out of 5 risk. This guy, I work tomorrow till 5, so I'm gonna do another day. But this might change too. So, just be on alert in all these areas, guys. Here, just be on alert. But we have the marginal level 1 out of 5 risk is going to be for central, right around I live in Fayetteville, North Carolina, and Fayetteville's kind of like right where the marginal and slight risk meet, right where that red line is there. Where the orange area is there. Orange arrow, sorry, I can't speak. Orange arrow, that's right, kind of like right where I live at. So I'm kind of going to be like right on the edge of, the marginal and the slight risk. So that's, that's where, like, what central kind of, eastern central, I think Piedmont's right around here. I think Piedmont's this area right here, the region of the North Carolina. So this kind of like central plains, I think what they call it. You got one, the inner plains, and you have the coastal plains way where North Carolina, the way it works, you got the Piedmont region, then inner plains or something like that. And then you have the coastal plains, which is right here, where towards the ocean. So anyway, so let's go down here and take a look here. Marginal risk is going to be for Jacksonville, Florida, but you also got it down here in Florida. I forgot about to mention that. You got it down here, in northern Florida, and then you got the general thunder too as well. I'm sorry if I can't. Not even have the screen at some point. I'm trying to hold it up on my phone and focus. To front up the screen to focus. And I hope you guys all enjoy this. Like I said, I'm not I'm not a meteorologist. I don't claim to be everything. I know self-learn. I'm still study weather, and chase the hobby. And I enjoy doing it. And I enjoy, sharing my stuff, everything I know about you guys, being able to communicate with you guys. Or do stuff for you guys. And once I noticed too, I didn't realize, and I said this before, that I was going to start trying to do live streams. I didn't really know it, and I apologize for that. To be able to do live streams on YouTube, you have to have at least 1,000 subscribers to be able to do that. So once that does happen, I will like to be able to do the live stream, be able to talk to you guys. But so no, I just So if you guys subscribe, if you enjoy, I'm trying to reach 100 subscribers. I know I set that kind of high. And once you guys, once I reach this goal, I want to set it a little lower, just because I don't want to be, overdoing it. I feel like 100 is overdoing that because storm season's already done, and I only have 71 subscribers. So yeah, I'd bring my YouTube channel, play tough for YouTube. I'm still trying to figure out how. So I guess laptop news. So I'm still trying to get stuff set up. So I don't have my stuff to get into my YouTube channel right now. So just set this up. So I'm planning on doing that eventually. I just haven't really got to it yet. I'm having trouble with my computer doing it and stuff, so trying to get that worked out. So yeah, that's a process. Anyways, back to this. Like I said, I don't claim to be a professional. So, like I said, if I say things wrong, then you're gonna call me out on it. I'll take full credit for that. I'm still, studying and learning. And it's something, storm chasing and studying weather is something I like to do as a hobby for the rest of my life. Maybe even one day if I'm somehow able to do it, which it's more likely than not, or less likely than more likely, But I would like to be able to, if I could someday have the chance to be able to next go chase out and do that as do that, as a career. I know there are a lot of YouTubers, there's millions of YouTubers out there that use YouTube, make no money off YouTube to be able to, live, on it, which there are millions of people out there, but you're still, it's still, more people not able to do it than people that are. So that does happen. I'd like to do that someday. Anyway, so back to this. Slight risk is going to be for Tallahassee, Florida, Savannah, Georgia, Fayetteville, North Carolina. Like I said, Fayetteville, North Carolina is where I live. I guess I am temporarily moving up to Ohio, though, but it's only temporary. I don't know if I want to come back down here after that, or if I'm going to, move somewhere down south, other south. I don't know yet. I'll decide that. But currently, I live in Fayetteville, North Carolina. And then Columbia, South Carolina, and Charleston, South Carolina. That's all a slight risk. And like I said, there's more areas. They don't list all of them, obviously. There's more areas than that. And then you got the marginal risk, which is, you can see the line right here. It's, marginal risk. You can see it runs from, and you got the general thunder. I don't know if I mentioned all this. It runs all the way down into the western panhandle of Florida. Anyways, you got the marginal risk, and that covers, this area right here, and then northern portions of Florida. And then just that is marginal risk. It is Jacksonville, Florida, Virginia Beach, Virginia, Raleigh, North Carolina, Norfolk, Virginia, Norfolk. Yeah, they pronounce that kind of weird. I think it's pronounced Norfolk. Or no, it's not Norfolk. It might be it's something like that. I do remember I do know how to pronounce that. I just can't remember off the top of my head how they pronounce it. It's not pronounced the same way there as it is. Other people pronounce it. And then Chesapeake, Virginia. So then this is going to be just a description. Day 2 cover outlook. National Weather Service, Storm Prediction Center in Norman, Oklahoma. 11:28 a.m. Central State Time. I don't know what that S stands for. That's the time zone. And I believe that's the time zone that Oklahoma's in. Tuesday, January 24, 2023. Like I said, that's tomorrow. There is a slight risk for severe thunderstorms parts of northern Florida into eastern Carolinas, obviously. Summary says a risk for severe damaging, or risk for, not severe, but a risk for damaging winds will exist across parts of the southeast, southeast Carolinas by late afternoon, from Florida Panhandle into southwest Georgia earlier in the day. I was told at one point that was supposed to be later in the day. That might have changed. If that's the case, I won't be able to do anything for you guys. But I work part-time. I work 12 to 5 tomorrow. And then it says a large-scale upper level. I mean, I'll keep that. I mean, I'll check the forecast again too. I'll do that. I have to do it on my phone, so I won't be able to record that. But I'll check the forecast too for tomorrow.
Hey, Mom.
I believe they were calling it for, like starting in the afternoon and going into like evening. So I'll double. Sorry, I didn't mean to bring that. I don't know what that was. So I'll be able to bring that up. Or I'll bring that up and I'll check it. And if I can get something for tomorrow, I definitely will. I hope I get to. I'm excited. I hope I get to get something, so that I get to let my parents this is probably the last storm I'll get to see until I move up to Ohio. I'm moving back up to Ohio, I believe around March 1st. So all the storms, that I can get a request from this storm season will be in Ohio. Anyway, for Central Eastern Continent, I don't know what that means. On Wednesday, with a strong leading wave moving from the Ohio Valley into the northeast by Thursday morning. Low pressure will move from Kentucky into Ohio during the day with a cold front pushing eastward. The Appalachians towards the Appalachian meanwhile a warm front will lift rapidly northern across Georgia into the Carolinas with 60 degree dew points. When advection will be aside by the strong 50 to 70 knot low level jet up over spreading the warm sector. Florida Panhandle and southern Georgia. Storms are likely to be ongoing along the cold front near the Appalachian Georgia border into the Gulf of Mexico. Mid-level Cape of a few hundred joules per kilogram will exist this early Wednesday with the SRH of 300 to 400 milliseconds. I don't know what that I don't know what that stands for. I'll have to look that up. This will support tornado risk as well as we'll check the tornado risk when I'm done reading this too. For this year, I believe I looked earlier and I think it was around a 2 to 5% risk, so it wasn't very high, but it's still, even when you got a risk for tornadoes, it's something you still need to be taken very seriously. Further east into the tornado risk as well as a damaging winds with the line as the main upper level system lifts away. The primary tornado risk is expected to memorize in the 12Z to 18Z time frame, with less subcape farther east, northern and Florida. Still, a few severe gusts may occur during the afternoon as the frontal convection shifts east and boundary layers. Wind speeds remain strong. Mid-level laps lapse rates will become poor, limiting storm severity. I'm not gonna read all of this. I would read all of the Carolinas right here because that's where I am. Because I'm already almost 40 minutes into this, so I'm not going to read all of this down here, but I'll read this and I'll probably move on from there. It's in the Carolinas. The Carolinas, a palm of mid-60 dew points will stream northward off the Atlantic into the eastern Carolinas during the afternoon, as well as a line of convection approaches from the west. Storms are expected to increase intensity as they encounter the higher dew points, resulting in the severe wind and tornado potential, perhaps in quasi-linear convective system, or QLCS, which is basically a squall line, is what a quasi-linear convective system is. Fashion effective SRH of 300 to 400. I don't know what that stands for. I gotta look that up. If you guys know what that means, you can leave a comment, let me know what it means. That'd be nice if you guys do know what that means. Is expected, or if not, I'll look it up. But expected over eastern North Carolina. Forecast sounding suggests dew points at or above 65 will clearly support surface-based inflow. Alright, that actually looks like that's all that has here. They're saying afternoon now. I want to double check that on the forecast. I believe they're calling for evening too. So, I mean, I'd like her to say something tomorrow. I might not get to. But, and honestly, let me know if you guys like me doing these too for you guys. And it's something I can probably continue to do anyway. And maybe I just started thinking about it more too. Maybe, one days, I'm off and I can actually have the whole day I can maybe, do this with the actual chase. And I'm hoping to have my license in a car by end of this storm season. I'm getting a next storm season, so I can actually go out and chase for real. Kind of stuck at, home or whatever I'm, at the moment. But I do want to go out and actually chase. I'm hoping to have my license by end of this storm season and the next storm season, so I can do that. But yeah, so I'm planning on doing this more too. Like I said, with chasing as well. And then I'm gonna probably have to wrap this up for you guys. I don't even know how long I don't even know how long my phone battery has on it right now. So, and doing this, doing videos definitely this long, definitely makes that go down. Makes the lids that faster, battery faster. So then just tornado threat. Why not let me? Okay, so it's tornado threat. Well, maybe I can do this, and maybe I won't. Okay, so there we go. I don't know why it was doing that. Tornado threat. Because this can all change too. So, weather changes very quickly, and climate changes. Can change like that. So this might change. Everybody in this area needs to be on high alert. So the tornado probability threat, we have a 2 out of just level 1. That's 2%, but it's basically a level 1 risk. For most of this, oh man, I just lost. Then you have northern you have most of this is a level 2 risk. But like I said, anytime you have tornado risk, like I said on for the other today, anytime you have a tornado risk, it needs to be taken very, very seriously. I'm sorry, I had my hand in the way. But so then most of this is or Georgia or Florida. I'm sorry, northern Florida, part of the western panhandle of Florida, far western panhandle of Florida. Southern Georgia, southern South Carolina along the coast up, and then it goes up into North Carolina. I believe I'm under. Looks like for me it's a level 2 risk. Or tornadoes, right? Like I said, right there, like where Fayetteville is, right around here. And anyway, so you got and then you have level 5 out to 5% risk for much more of the panhandle of Florida, and then you also have it for the, far eastern coastal region of North Carolina. It looks like the marginal and the marginal and or not marginal. I'm sorry, 2%, 5% risk meet up right around the Virginia Beach, and Virginia Beach right here is in the 2% risk. And then right around the Outer Banks of North Carolina, right around there is a 5% risk. So yeah, let me read this for you quick right here. The 2% risk is Tuscaloosa, Florida, Wilmington, North Carolina, Albany, Georgia, Jacksonville, North Carolina, Dothan, Alabama. That's all a 5% risk. Then the 2% risk is Jacksonville, Florida, Virginia Beach, Norfolk, Virginia, Chesapeake, Virginia, and Columbus, Georgia. Columbus, Georgia. So anyways, just guys, just be on high alert for all this. I'm not going to go too into depth right now for everything. Maybe eventually, in fact, definitely if you guys like me doing these, I'll try to, I'm still learning how to read weather maps too. So maybe, maybe the storm season as it begins, maybe I can, there's weather map I can look at. There's weather maps that I can, go get websites, weather maps I can go get on to read, look at weather maps and predict. And I do know a little bit how to do that, but not all of it. There's a lot of stuff I don't know. I'm still trying to learn on that. The weather maps, I'm still trying to learn how to read. So anyway, like I said, I'm not a meteorologist. I'm not a meteorologist. I study weather as a hobby. I am a storm chaser. And, so I don't claim to be a professional. I'm not. I do know a whole lot just because, like I said, self-learned. But I don't claim to be a professional. And, maybe move up in Ohio. Normally I don't do winter weather because I don't really get a lot of it where I live. But back in Ohio, maybe while I'm in Ohio, I can do more of that for you guys too. And, like I said, if you guys wanted to, even though I don't really live where we get snow or winter weather. If you guys want to, or want me to, and you really like I said, I'm planning on doing this more. Maybe a storm chase, perhaps a storm chasing too. But if you guys do, enjoy this, maybe I'll try to cover winter weather for you guys as well. So I didn't look at the hail or the winds ready yet either for the day. I don't think. Let me do this real quick, and then I'll wrap this up. Let me wrap this up. If I can get it to. There it goes. You got a 10% risk. Or sorry, that's 15% risk. And that, right, for, eastern panhandle of Florida, so northern, peninsula of Florida. Oh, I just lost it. Northern, and then, through southern and central Georgia, so eastern South Carolina, and then up through the coastal plains region of North Carolina, looks like. And then you get, that's all. And then you got the 5% risk that covers, the far western panhandle of Florida, up into, northern Georgia. It looks like around Macon's in there for the 5% risk. Columbia. So it says Columbia's in the 10% risk. or 15% risk. So maybe that's north of Columbia then, right? It looks like it's just north of Columbia where that line is. It looks that line actually almost, slides like Columbia in half. But the 5% risk, and that goes, through, the Central Plains region, I believe what that's called, of North Carolina, and then up into very eastern edge along the coast there of Virginia. And then you got the 10-15% risk, and that covers more of the eastern panhandle of Florida, and then part of the northern edge of the peninsula of Florida, right around there, right? And then you got and then it goes into eastern coastal. I already said sorry, I'm totally bad. I already mentioned 15% risk, but anyway. So it looks like I might be Fayetteville, North Carolina is in the 15% risk for severe or for winds. So, and then you also got a little further northern edge of still northern Florida on the Panhandle, but it's for 5% risk for generating winds. So maybe just to you, because I really gotta wrap this up here. 15% risk is Tallahassee, Florida, Savannah, Georgia, Fayetteville, North Carolina, where I live, Columbia, South Carolina, Charleston, South Carolina. Then the 5% risk is Jacksonville, Florida, Virginia Beach, Virginia, Raleigh, North Carolina, Norfolk. I did pronounce it weird, and it's pronounced down here. It's pronounced weird, and definitely in Virginia they pronounce it. It's different than people around the country, or maybe around the world to pronounce it. And then Chesapeake, Virginia, and then hail. There's nothing even for hail. It doesn't look like. Yes, they're not. Yes, less than 5% all areas, so they don't really have any. Hail's not gonna be likely. It looks more like actually it might be a squall line more tomorrow than supercells. They were saying for supercells, but it looks like it might just be a squall line now. I don't know. I'll keep an eye on that. Like I said, but regardless if it's just a squall line or supercells, really a storm you better watch out for, because they are the most powerful, most deadly cast of thunderstorm. They're rotating thunderstorms. They're actually kind of similar to cyclones in some ways, more than other thunderstorms, but they're our type of thunderstorm. They're the most powerful and deadly type of thunderstorm, and they're the ones that are most prone to produce severe weather. So, but like I said, even if it's just supercells, or even if it's just squall line or whatever, severe weather, all what it is, snow, tornadoes, there's snow severe weather too. But any severe weather needs to be taken very seriously. But anyway, I'm gonna wrap this up for you guys. I'm right at 48, almost 48 minutes and 30 seconds. So if you guys enjoyed, leave a like. I'll definitely do more of these. Let me know if you want to do more of these too. I plan on doing them anyway. Leave your comments down below. Like I said, if there's something I missed, if there's something I said wrong or I missed, or something, just let me know. I'll take full credit for it. Like I said, I'm not a professional. If you subscribe to my channel, it would help me out a lot. I'm trying to reach 100 subscribers, and I'll definitely be doing more of these for you guys. So, yeah, I will see you guys in the next update, in the next video. Love you guys. Bye.